What's up, Matt from Urchfab. Today I'm going to be back working on the Xtreme plasma bike, and the task that I'm going to attempt today is mounting the seat. This on the bike that I bought was just mounted with a pivot point and some springs that didn't really do anything. It's quite a traditional sort of way of mounting like a chopper seat or whatever, but I want to do something different. So what I'm planning to do, so I've got this mountain bike shock which you can adjust by basically changing the air pressure, and you can lock it off and whatnot. So I'm planning to have the shock sort of mounted in between there, coming up to the base of the seat here. But instead of the seat pivoting from like this point here, so the seat kind of just tips up and down, I want to bring the pivot sort of right the way forward up to here, and maybe have some kind of like thing that comes down and around, so it's like a hanger, so that the whole seat pivots from a further point forward, and it will almost feel like the seat's going up and down rather than just tilting back and forward. And I think that when you sit on it will feel a lot better. It will feel like it actually has suspension rather than just a tipping seat, and I think it will just look different, which is obviously the whole idea of this bike. So I think I'm gonna put like a little steel piece in here with a threaded hole through it, and I'm going to thin out this little piece here, just down, say from this point to here. I'm just going to narrow this, and then we'll have two plates that will sort of, I don't know, I've got the idea in my head, so you'll just have to see as it goes along. But first thing I need to do is make a bracket to bolt to the bottom of this, and then we can make all our things here, and then we'll have obviously some brackets on here holding the bottom of this. So I just need to make a plate, steel plate, that's going to sit on here that we can then attach all our other brackets to. Had to recut that to get the slots bigger to actually allow it to fit on there. This is kind of rough idea, so this will attach to that sort of front pivot point of the frame. This will be the flat that attaches to basically weld along here, coming down, and then that will be the point to where the shock will mount to make the whole thing pivot. So that's the idea. So those are going to sit like that. So these are, I basically made these so that when they're tight, should be able to tighten that up, and there's no movement, but it's still got some swivel action. Same with the bottom. They basically butt up tight against each other, but they still swivel. That's perfect. Still moves, but nice and tight. Hopefully the bottom one is the same. So there's a little steel boss thing that's going to go in the frame. So I just need to drill a hole in the frame, put that through, make some tabs for the bottom, weld that in, bolt it up, bish bash bosh. Job's a good one. Got adjustable dampening on there. Now so it springs back up or compresses slowly. Works a treat. I think the seat would be a little bit nicer if it was tipped up a bit. Right, what I've just done is cut this and then basically took a bit of angle out of that to tilt the seat back up to get it to where it feels better when you sit on it, which it does now. It's much more like sort of right position when you're sat on it. It's perfect now. Works really well. can adjust the dampening on the back. Now it sort of springs up quick or springs up slow. You can also lock it off completely, not that you'd really need to do that, but and it definitely has that feel of suspension a bit more than just like a tilting sort of spring in the seat, because the pivot point's up here, so it does just have a good sort of feel to it. I'm happy with that. That's going to be it for this one. Just watching. See you on the next one.